Alright everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my every shot video at Clay's Golf Club in North Wales. So just a little bit of a recap, I guess. The front 9, I played okay, like just general play, like played alright, but my putting massively let me down. I think the front 9, I actually played to 8 over par, but that definitely could have been more close to like 5 over or 6 over, because there was a couple of holes where I just 3-putted from about 15 foot or something like that. So yeah, I definitely could have made better use of my putting, but like I said, the greens are a little bit different than what I'm used to, so it was a little bit trickier to get used to them, to be honest. So that's my excuse anyway for why I putted so poorly, but hopefully I can make it up a little bit and play a little bit better on this back 9. But anyway, Clay's Golf Club, just to give a little bit of a review, considering this, like, you know, I've played there a couple of times now. This is the first time I've played in about like 4 or 5 years. So yeah, just a bit more of a recent review anyway from when I played, obviously, in this video. Like, condition wise, it was in really good condition, especially considering the current, you know, COVID situation. I don't know if they had to, you know, furlough any of their staff. If they did, like, that's really good going on their part, because the course is in really great condition. The fairways and rough and everything, really nice. However, well, the greens were still good. They were just different to what I'm used to. Apparently, one of you commented in the last video, which I do appreciate, that, well, when I played, the greens were let to grow a little bit just because of the weather. It was obviously pretty dry, as you can tell. It's really great warm weather. Obviously, if they had them really short, then they would get burnt out and stuff like that. So I think apparently they wanted to let them grow a little bit, and then cut them just later on. So maybe I was just there at a bit of an unfortunate time. But either way, I still really enjoyed my round. It's a really fun course to play. It is short, like I mentioned last time. It's par 69, and it's a relatively easy course. I think standard scratch is probably 68. So, like, well, considering it is a short course and it is a relatively easy course, just going off of that, like, I feel like that's why I was a bit... You can kind of tell from my body language and my facial expressions, like, I kind of felt like I could have played a lot better. I mean, I could have played a lot better, but just in general, I didn't play as bad as I thought looking back on this. It was just... because this is a really gettable course, like, it's short, a lot of short par 4s and things like that, I felt like I could have played a lot better. But as you can see, like, things like this really let me down. Like, I pulled my tee shot on this par 3, chipped on, overdid the putt, and then putting off the green, left it short, and I missed the bogey putt. So yeah, I mean, I knocked this back to where I was putting it from, so I'll give myself the double there. I think you can all let me off on that one. But yeah, it's just the way I'm playing in this video, it kind of disappointed me. But, you know, there's definitely areas I can just definitely see I can improve upon. But then I go into this next hole on the 13th and I hit a really great tee shot like that. This hole is one of the holes that's really drivable. It's only 281 yards. However, it is a difficult hole in saying that. Well, if you want to be accurate and drive onto the green, because it's really tight, and realistically, if you want to drive onto the green, you have to bounce in between the two bunkers, and there's out of bounds to the left. There's like houses on the left, so if you want to risk like hitting your ball and smashing windows, go ahead. But obviously, I didn't fancy that, so played it safe. Didn't hit a great pitch shot in on my second shot, which let me down really, because I really could have made a birdie on this hole. But anyway, lagged a put up there and, you know, saved a par really. But now I'm on the 14th hole, and I just kind of want to address, you're probably thinking about, just from the title of this video, like, can I break 80? So just to give it a bit of a backstory, just to give a bit of context of, I guess, my golf play. So I've been playing golf off and on since I was like 12 or 13 years old. 12 or 13 years old, I think, at my first set, and I had my first membership at a club. But, you know, I never really took it seriously. Obviously, I wish I did at this point. I think everyone can wish, if they're a golfer, like, you want to start early and practice early. But I never took it super seriously. I had a lot of different interests growing up, so I didn't practice as much as I, probably should have done. And I don't know, I just kind of played when I wanted to. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I played off and on since about 13. Then I played back again when I was 19, stopped playing when I moved to uni, and I got a job after that. So I got a job in Manchester. I started in September. I actually left after 6 months in March. It wasn't due to COVID or anything like that. I actually left just because it wasn't the right job for me. And it obviously turned out to be pretty unfortunate timing, to say the least. I mean, to tell the truth, I'm glad I did leave. And looking back, I know probably a lot of you are probably thinking like, geez, I bet you probably wish you didn't leave. I think realistically, I'm glad I left anyway. However, it is unfortunate timing because from that I wanted to get a lot of freelance work and things like that. Obviously, that couldn't happen because of COVID and everything and the whole lockdown. So after that, for the last few months, I didn't really have anything to do. I didn't have much plans. I couldn't do my plans were kind of, just scrapped because I couldn't really do anything. However, the only thing I could do was play golf because I'm sure a lot of you, can relate. Like a lot of the restrictions for golf compared to everything else were, the restrictions were lifted a lot sooner than everything else pretty much. So I started playing golf again and my love for the game kind of reignited, and because I've got a lot of professional experience in video production and editing and things like that, I just thought, you know what, why don't I start making my own golf videos and playing a lot more golf? And that's what I'm doing. And right now I've got a handicap of 12.5, so technically 13 actually. It was 12 when I started. It was 12.4, played in comp, it's 12.5, so now I'm 13. So having started playing golf again, and like I said, my love for the game is reignited. I really, really want to play better golf and practice, have some lessons, and I'm just enjoying it really. I think that's the main thing. However, I want to set myself a goal, and that goal is to break 80 this year. I believe I can do it. I think every time I've played, I haven't, in a competition especially, there's always been some part of my game that's let me down. I mean, every golfer can relate to this. It's like, when you're driving really well, your putting's crap. And when you're putting amazing, your driving's terrible. Or, if you're hitting irons amazingly well, you're topping your woods or something. There's always something like that going on. But I just know that if my game comes together one time, if all aspects of my game come together in one round, I feel like I can definitely break 80. Obviously, on a course like Clay's, that's a lot easier because it's par 69. But if on a par 72 where I play usually at Llangollen, it's a lot more challenging because technically I'd have to play to 7. So I definitely need to be playing well that time around. But if I can do that this year, I'm going to be so proud of myself, and that's the goal I'm going to set for myself. I think I can do it. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm just looking forward to playing more golf and playing at more courses. I will have a lot more videos coming up soon at different clubs, also more fun videos, and I've got a video coming out next Monday that I'm going to test out some really interesting equipment, so definitely stay tuned for that one. I'm also really interested here, do you have any goals as well? Like, realistically, is there any kind of handicap that you think you'd be able to get to? Just what do you want to get out of your golf game, that type of thing? Like, what goals have you set for yourself? But anyway, there we go. I've rambled on for ages and I haven't really talked about my game in this video, but I ended up 14 over, so a little bit of a better back nine. Again, there's definitely things I can improve upon, but that's golf, I suppose. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.